show the whole world feeling. That's just how I'm feeling.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Bears 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They snap it to Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. On first down, it's Fields. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He finds Funchess. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Rodgers with a keeper, and he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll run here with Dillon, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's got it.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Crosby puts it through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Flush to his right, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st down, Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Fields throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Jesse James. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On first down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Below Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 41 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, Mooney, what a catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take this.